Hey guys, in this video I'm going to start off showing you guys how I created the design for my Christmas countdown flip. So let's get started. Right now I'm showing you the basic shapes I'm going to be using to make this. And then the only thing I'm going to add to this is the numbers that I will use. And then I'm going to show you the two components you're going to use in Silhouette Studio. The line, and we're going to use the scale tab, but it just depends on you. You don't actually have to use a scale tab. It just gives a precise size like I'm going to show you now. So for a circle, you can easily just scale it up that way, or you can go to the scale, which is right next to the line, and change the numbers if you want to. In this video, I'm just going to change it to a random 2.3, and then I made sure to unlock it so I can have the ratio that I want it to be. After that, I'm going to apply that, and then I'm going to work on the rectangle. Okay. I did make mine a tad bit bigger, so now it is 2.573, but it doesn't really matter. You can make it any size. I will have the one I use in the description bar below for you guys to download. Now I'm going to make my rectangle. I'm going to make sure it is wide enough that the points almost touch the edge of the circle, but not really. And then the length you do it is just kind of up to you. How tall you want your flip to be, it's up to you. And then I'm going to make the base of the leg, and that is a rounded rectangle. Now I'm going to weld them. So right now I'm going to select both of them by dragging off the paper, off the images, and going onto them. I'm going to align them to center, and that is basically just going to make sure that they are even. There's no issues. You can see that they're evenly spaced. After that, I'm going to select them again, just the circle and the rectangle, and I'm going to weld. Do not group these, weld them. When you weld them, it will create a new shape. But make sure when you are welding, you understand you can't weld things that are not touching. They have to touch. I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom piece, right? I'm going to align it center, and then I'm going to align it bottom. You can play around with however you want to do this, but this is how I'm going to do mine. So I made a mistake of aligning it to middle. Don't do that. And then I'm going to weld it, which makes a whole new shape. This is the outline of your leg. Now, so we can stick in our little peg that we're going to make, to hold our little flips that rotate, we're going to need to make a circle. I'm going to align this to center, and then I'm going to group this. Do not weld. If you weld, you see the circle goes away. Make sure you're grouping. Okay? Once I group that, I can shrink it, I can make it bigger. It doesn't really matter. It's really up to you. On this part, you can really play around with the size on how you want this to be. After that, I am going to copy and paste this to make my other side. And then I am going to work on the bottom part. You don't technically have to have a bottom to your flip, Christmas flip, but it's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to draw out another rectangle that is the same width as the bottom of those. And then the same length. Is it length or width? So you see the bottom is 4.276. I'm gonna make sure that rectangle has a length. I think it's length of 4.276. And then I don't really care about how else it looks. I think it's it's like length. It's length. It's not width. And then I will make it however wide I want it to be. So however long you want your scale, your flip to be. That's basically what you're going to do at this point in time. Okay. So I kind of did it by hand, and then I, just kind of play with the numbers on the scale portion on Silhouette. And you can just adjust this and make this however you want to. Really, it's up to you on this portion. However you want to scale it, make it. And then in person, I will show you that I'm actually going to score this to attach. I didn't do it in this form on the software. I just going to do it by hand, but it's something to keep a mental note of if you're doing the same way I'm doing mine. Okay, that's it. That's really it. You see the scale size right there in the corner. That's what I'm going with. But you can change it to any size, how big or small you want it. I'm kind of making it smaller so it fits on my little 8.5 by 11 surface area for you guys, but you can make this bigger. I most likely make mine bigger when you guys see it. So at the moment in time, I really haven't finished putting everything together, so I don't know how big I want to make it. After that, we're going to worry about making our flaps. All right. Now, I'm not making the paper tube here. I'm going to do that in person, but we need to make our flaps. So I opened up a whole new little surface to paint to do this on. Now I'm going to make a rounded square, and I'm going to make the size I want to, which is this 3x3 I think I'm doing. And then I'm going to add another rounded rectangle and make that the slit that helps my paper go through it to make it flip around the little circle. The stick that I'm going to have through the base. I hope I'm making any sense. So this is basically how it's going to flip around the little slit. So I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to make it centered, make sure it's centered, and then I'm going to group it. Do not weld. If you weld it, that little slit will go away. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to group it. After I group it, I'm going to start to play with different ones you can do actually. So you can make the slit a circle, you can make it a rectangle, you can make it an oval. It doesn't really matter how you want your slit to look like. It's just up to you. This is what I just gravitated towards. So just keep that in mind. Um, After that, now I'm going to delete those and work on my numbers. Now I'm actually designing this in Silhouette, but I'm going to cut it out on my Cricut. Just because I can't cut anything out my Silhouette because I lost the cables to my Silhouette. So I'm going to choose this font. This font is from dafont.com. That's where I get all my fonts. And another reason I'm doing this on my Silhouette is I can upload fonts to my Silhouette form software. I can't do that on the Cricut software. I would have to buy a font. So yeah, I'm just kind of scrolling through my fonts, see what I like. And then I'm going to sit here and type out my numbers. Now on Silhouette software, I type them out, then I click them, I do ungroup, because you see they're all one piece. I'm going to do ungroup, so now all the numbers are separated from each other, and I can make them bigger or smaller comparing to the flap they are going to sit on. So you see how much fun I'm having right here, showing you how big it is when I edit it, and the size it automatically came at. So you can play around with the sizes and see what makes sense for you guys. And that's about it. Just make sure you save your numbers and you save your flaps and you save your base for your flipping machine, and then you're done. So I can't wait to show you guys how I put everything together. Much love, and I hope you guys got inspired. Tell me guys what you can do in the description bar below. Much love. Bye.